You know that moment perfectly, that short, vague text message from your boss, your partner, or friend. Let's talk when you're free. The second you read those three words, alarm bells instantly go off in your mind. I'm definitely getting fired. They're gonna break up with me. I must have messed up. Even though there is zero evidence, your brain instantly writes and directs the perfect disaster movie. Society constantly tells you you overthink too much or you're always dwelling on things. Just think positive. They accuse you of being weak or overly pessimistic, but they are completely wrong. You aren't weak, your brain is simply doing its job flawlessly. However, this perfect security system your brain built to protect you has a very dark cost, one that leaves real physical scars on your body. We'll get to that in a bit. Everyone in this world faces uncertainty, but for some of us, uncertainty isn't just the unknown, it's a literal matter of life and death. If you're someone who treats every silence like the calm before a storm, if your brain won't let you sleep until it calculates the absolute worst-case scenario, welcome. Today, you are going to understand yourself so much better. Overthinking and constantly expecting the worst isn't a character flaw. It's the result of code that has been running in your brain for billions of years. Today, we're going to explore why your brain constantly catastrophizes, why society makes a huge mistake by calling it pessimism, and the shocking truth behind what science actually says about this biological illusion. But how exactly does this silent apocalypse begin in our minds when there isn't a single tiger in the room? To understand this, we first need to look at the other side of the coin. When that vague, "let's talk later" message arrives, the logic center of a calm brain kicks in immediately. It says, they probably just want to talk about routine work, hitting the brakes on that momentary stress. Society accepts this as the healthy standard. But a brain that constantly expects the worst operates entirely differently. To that brain, uncertainty isn't a puzzle to be solved, it's a direct physical attack. That text message is coded the exact same way as a predator sprinting toward you. And here's the part that nobody talks about. Our brains weren't designed to make us happy, they were designed to keep us alive. When our ancient ancestors lived in the wild, assuming a rustle in the bushes was a deadly tiger rather than just the wind increased their chances of survival. Our optimistic ancestors who said, "it's probably just the wind," didn't survive to pass on their genes. The pessimistic ones who ran away did. In psychology, this is called the negativity bias.
There is a very striking metaphor.
The brain is like Velcro for negative experiences, but Teflon for positive ones. Negativity instantly sticks to our brains, while positivity just slides right off. If you can't sleep at night because of one tiny piece of criticism, completely forgetting the 10 amazing compliments you received that same day, this is why. You aren't ungrateful. Your brain is just labeling that criticism as a threat to protect you. This might sound contradictory, but your logic literally short-circuits in face of fear. In moments of perceived danger, your amygdala, the brain's threat detection center, activates rapidly. Under normal circumstances, the brain's frontal lobe, the prefrontal cortex, hits the brakes on the amygdala, allowing us to make rational decisions. Psychiatrists call this top-down control. Simply put, it's your logic telling your fear, "calm down, we're safe." However, brain imaging studies show that in individuals experiencing chronic stress and intense anxiety, this regulatory function of the prefrontal cortex is severely impaired. Imagine this. It's 3 a.m. You're in your bed, everything is safe. But suddenly, that project at work pops into your head. Your heart rate spikes, your breathing gets shallow, your brain is so absolutely certain that you're going to fail that your body starts sweating as if the disaster is happening right in that exact moment. Do you see now why it doesn't work when someone tells you to just think logically? Because in that moment, your logic center is physically offline. Fear has taken the wheel. To save energy during moments of uncertainty, your brain used the world strictly in black and white. Uncertainty exhausts the brain, so it eliminates any room for flexibility. According to the foundational theories of cognitive behavioral therapy, Catastrophizing occurs when an individual absolutely believes the worst-case scenario will happen without any realistic evidence. The all-or-nothing mindset takes over. There is no middle ground. You are either perfect or a complete failure. Now, look at it from this angle. Your physical pain is processed in your body as literal physical pain. A mind that constantly expects the worst turns the body into a battlefield. The communication line between the threat center and the regions that process bodily signals breaks down. You're sitting at your desk, and it feels like there are literally tons of weight on your shoulders. You get a massage, it doesn't go away. That lingering pain isn't just physical fatigue. Your body is shouldering the burden of that constant state of high alert. But here comes the real bombshell. Those fake tigers in your mind destroy your real blood vessels. When the mind is constantly on high alert, your body continuously secretes cortisol, the stress hormone. This impacts the immune system and can increase pro-inflammatory markers in the body. Simply put, your body inflames itself from the inside out. Cardiovascular research shows that chronic stress leads to the deterioration of the inner lining of your blood vessels. In extreme cases of sudden severe emotional distress, it can even trigger Takotsubo cardiomyopathy, commonly known as broken heart syndrome, where a sudden hormone surge directly damages the heart muscle. While you're telling yourself, "I'm just overthinking everything a little bit," your mind has declared a literal war on your body. Let me say this before the comments explode. One brain type isn't superior to the other. Both the relaxed brain that ignores uncertainty and your brain that senses every danger are survival methods evolution gifted us. But to be completely honest, sometimes assuming the worst becomes a hidden comfort zone. It's a way to sabotage your own expectations so you don't get disappointed. The important question is, are these scenarios truly protecting you from an approaching danger? Or are you hiding behind them because you are afraid of uncertainty? When we put all of this together, a magnificent picture emerges. Your problem isn't that you view the world too darkly. Your problem is you are running ancient wild nature software right in the middle of the modern world. The system built to keep us alive cannot release its energy, so it turns inward and consumes us. You are not broken. You are a flawless security system with a jammed alarm button. What you are experiencing is an evolutionary biological illusion. So, how do you break this cycle? You don't need a massive life overhaul. Start today with one simple cognitive tool: catch and label. The next time your brain hands you a disaster scenario, don't argue with it. Just catch the thought and say out loud, "This isn't a fact. This is just my brain trying to protect me." Simply placing this label helps pave the way for your logic center, the prefrontal cortex, to come back online, taking the wheel back from fear. You are not defective. Your brain just cares about you a little too much. Now, I want to hear from you. What was the last vague message or email that sent you into a complete panic? And how did you feel when you found out the truth? Tell your story in the comments below. If this video made you feel something, the next one is going to impact you even more. We'll explore a completely different transformation. What actually changes in the brains of people who turn off the screen and completely quit using social media? We'll dive into the shocking neurological truth behind a digital detox. If human psychology makes you curious, hit subscribe and stick around.